Hi, garlic has been used for thousands of years for its flavoring as well as for its health benefits. But what is the best way to consume it? Now I have another video in which I have discussed various ways in which garlic can be consumed by people. There are four main ways. One is eating fresh garlic, second one is dried garlic powder, the third one is garlic oil, and the fourth one is aged garlic extract. Now in this health sachet video, we'll look at the pros and cons of each of them, and then you decide which is the best way for you. Let's go. First, fresh garlic. This is the most common way to consume garlic. You have seen a clove of garlic, you know what it looks like, right? After chopping or mincing, people can add it into food as a flavoring agent. Some people can even eat it raw. Now, I'm not that adventurous. Here are some pros and cons of fresh garlic. So, pros: it is widely available, it is cheap, and we have used it for thousands of years that way, so we know that this works. On the negative sides, on the con side, once you chop or mince it, you have to let it sit for a few minutes for its helpful compounds to form. Otherwise, your stomach acid will deactivate them. And so it takes some time after you cut the fresh garlic before you consume it. Number two, garlic itself is very pungent, so it's a little strong, and people like me just can't handle it, eating it in raw form. And third, eating garlic in raw form sometimes gives you body odor or garlic breath, and that's not a great social attribute to have. Second, dried garlic powder. Those who don't like the smell of garlic, or those who don't want to eat fresh garlic, they can use dried garlic powder. How is it formed? You take garlic, you freeze dry it at cold, low temperature and pulverize it. So you get powder, which is dried garlic powder. Typically, garlic is 2/3 water. So the dried garlic powder is 1/3 by weight compared to regular garlic. Now, swallowing a tablet of dried garlic powder will face the same problem that you will get if you swallow the fresh garlic without letting it sit. Your stomach acid will neutralize the compounds. So these tablets need to have something called enteric coating. A tablet that is coated with that kind of material doesn't dissolve in stomach acid. Only when it moves further into your intestine, which is neutral compared to acidic stomach environment, that coating opens and the garlic powder mixes with water, and then the healthful compounds of garlic are formed and you get the full benefit. The advantages are it is easy to carry because it's in a tablet form, and two, there is no garlic breath or garlic odor because nothing goes in your lungs. It just goes in your stomach and intestines, after which its action starts. On the negative side, it is not easy to do this in-house. You have to buy ready-made tablets, and that enteric coating is essential. That's the second part. Third, garlic oil. This is another popular option for consuming garlic. Crushed garlic cloves are steam distilled to extract this oil, and this is sort of the oily substance which is the garlic oil. Its advantage is it is nearly 500 times stronger than typical garlic, so it's very, very efficacious. Yeah? And therefore it's obviously mixed with vegetable oil, which is probably 1% of garlic oil in vegetable oil, so you have to dilute it, otherwise it's too strong. And second thing is you can make it at home. A lot of people make garlic oil at home, but that also has or contributes to some negatives, that you need to store this garlic oil properly. You must refrigerate it immediately after it is formed, and then consume it within 2 to 3 days. I'm talking about homemade one. Commercial ones you can use for some more time. If you take out some of it in a small bowl or on your plate to have, you must finish it within 2 to 3 hours of taking it out, because the danger is in garlic oil, it can, if not stored properly, it can develop a very lethal, poisonous kind of botulism toxin. What we call botulism poisoning is possible with garlic oil if you don't take proper care. That is probably one reason why I like to avoid garlic oil completely. Fourth, aged garlic extract. Now this involves some complex process. You take 4 parts water and 1 part alcohol, and so basically 20% alcohol, and you keep the garlic in it at very low temperature, cold temperatures, for 20 months, 1.5 years. That's a long time, and it becomes nice blackish mix, and people can even eat it like pickles. It's not as strong as fresh garlic is. Some people even call it sweet and tasty. The advantages of aged garlic extract is the process of aging it removes all the noxious, the smelly sulfurous compounds, and converts them into similar compounds which don't have a bad smell. And so it removes that unpalatable part of garlic completely. Second, it turns out these new compounds that are formed over these 1.5 years actually have more antioxidant properties than even those in the fresh garlic. So it's a really good thing. And so these are the big advantages of aged garlic extract. On the negative side though, it's a 20-month process. I've seen some people do this in a week or 2 weeks. You don't really get, it's not aged enough. I mean, it's just some preparation you do. The real pickling of it happens over 1.5 years. So it's kind of cumbersome, and generally it's easier to buy commercial stuff, so buy ready-made ones. I hope you found this information useful. If you want to know more about other health benefits of garlic, you can check these videos. Thank you very much.